They asked me to give the shiur tonight with more halachot, but we are going to start with the Dvar Torah, then we are going to continue. Oh, yeah, Allah. How many mitzvot we have in the Torah? 613. What is the last mitzvah of the Torah?
To write the Sefer Torah.
To write the Sefer Torah. Where do we read it in our parasha? It says in our parasha, "Ve'ata kitvu lachem et hashira azot." Now you have to write the shira. Very interesting. The Torah called the shira, our Torah, like a book of smoke poetry. Thank you. And let's see what the Rambam has to say about Hilchot Sefer Torah. מצוות עשה על כל איש ואיש מישראל לכתוב ספר תורה לעצמו. Each of us in this room, and out of this room, has a mitzvah, one in his life, to make a Sefer Torah, to write a Sefer Torah. And שנאמר ואתה כתבו לכם את השירה הזאת. And even though his father left him a Sefer Torah as a gift, he still has to write Sefer Torah. If he wrote Sefer Torah with his own hands, he has the level like Moshe Rabbeinu, he got it from Har Sinai. But most of us, we cannot write. At least we hire somebody to write for us a Sefer Torah. And if somebody doesn't have enough money to write Sefer Torah, at least to write a letter. When we over here make letters, people to sign, to write. So it's like, to be a partner. But there is the mitzvah, the main mitzvah is that once in a lifetime to write a Sefer Torah. And what happens if somebody wants to sell Sefer Torah that he has? Can he sell it? Yes or no? For which reason? If he wants to get married, he can sell the Sefer Torah. Or if he wants to learn Torah. But if he has no food to eat, you're not allowed to sell Sefer Torah. So I have a question. If someone doesn't have food to eat, פיקוח נפש. נכון? What? So the halacha, I had a shiur that they say that it's a very interesting reason. Why is the mitzvah to write Sefer Torah? Who can tell me? Why? Why is the mitzvah to write a Sefer Torah?
Because from the time the old ones were old,
He says nicely that in the time that 100 years, 200 years, what is the average life of a Sefer Torah? 150 years. And we want the Torah to continue. So we have to create a system of writing and writing and writing and writing. And more than this, Moshe Rabbeinu is giving us in the last parashot, לעוברך בברית השם ובעלתו. What Moshe Rabbeinu is very worried before he passed away. Moshe Rabbeinu is worried what to do, how to make the system of learning Torah going from a generation to generation. This is the most difficult task that we have. How to take care that the Torah will continue from our generation to the next generation to the next generation. So if somebody wants to get married, we need it because we need a generation. And if somebody wants to learn Torah, it's wonderful because they can learn it. There was once I saw a question, somebody asked the rabbi a question. He saved $30,000 for buying a Sefer Torah. And somebody came and told him, I have a whole explanation on the Shas. Am I allowed to give the money for this? Is it considered to be like reading Sefer Torah or not? And it's a big question. It's not so simple answer. What is the question? If the idea of writing Sefer Torah is to continue, so it's wonderful when somebody has an explanation on the Sefer Torah, on the Gemara, on the Talmud. So there is even a svara in the poskim that if somebody would like to give a donation to a new edition of the Talmud, or a mefaresh on the Talmud, ugam in making the mitzvah of writing Sefer Torah. Why? Because any moves that you do, any action that you do to continue to make the Torah to be people more to learn it, it's under the mitzvah of to write a Sefer Torah. So the achzaka shel Torah. This talking about over here to write something. Over there is a mitzvah to write, but the question is, should be writing a Sefer Torah, or it can be to print a Gemara or to print Sefer Halachot. Exactly. So this the rabbi say. The rabbi say that in the same concept. So Baruch Hashem, we had the last Shabbat of this year, and next Shabbat, Bezrat Hashem, is already the new year of 5770, which in America has a lot of meaning. 770. It's we can say we want Mashiach now, you know. There is a mitzvah to look for a good shaliach tzibur and a good tokea b'shofar on Rosh Hashanah. Baruch Hashem, we like people with good voice, which is it's a big plus. But not all the time the good voice is good action. There was when Yaakov came to take the blessing from Yitzchak, he's telling him the voice is voice of Yaakov, but the hands of his Esav. As יכול להיות שיהיה כל יעקב וידיים ידי עשיו, which is not so good. We have to look for the shaliach tzibur that is the more that you see during the year, that is משתדל, להתעלות, and to learn. And but it's a list that you have to go, you know, you go from the top and then you can go down and down. But there is minimum too. If somebody is mechalel Shabbat, he cannot be shliach tzibur, even though he has a good voice. He can help in the slichot, he can help, you know, but to be shliach tzibur, to להוציא אותך ידי חובה, it has to be somebody more serious. And there is a minhag. We don't do it today, but there is a minhag. People used to fast on Erev Rosh Hashanah. I mean, this coming Friday, people used to fast. Why? Because it's Yom Shel Din. But if people today, in our time, if they don't eat, they cannot function afterwards. So we don't hold from this minhag. The only thing we have on Erev Rosh Hashanah, our minhag is to go to the mikveh. And in the mikveh, for the man, it has to be 13 times to dip himself inside the mikveh. And each of them is, there is a kavanah over there. And then he can come home and be prepared for Rosh Hashanah. I would like to make a point over here. The Rosh Hashanah is called the Day of Judgment. Yom Kippur is Day of Forgiveness. So if you see from the Torah point of view, Rosh Hashanah is much stronger than Yom Kippur from the point of justice. Yom Kippur is a kapara. But Rosh Hashanah, there is, if you learn the Gemarot, we learned this week Baba Batra, Rosh Hashanah, the Yetzer Hara, once a year, he gets permission to say, hold the Lashon Hara. Because he is the persecutor, he is the main player over there. And when he talks the Yetzer Hara, Hashem Yerachem. So, but when you make all the efforts to come in Rosh Hashanah and to find a better shaliach and to mishtadel, לקום בהנץ החמה, or at least to come on time to the tefillah, and to pray milah b'milah, and to mechaven, and to ask from Hashem, this is mishpat. If somebody has mishpat, if somebody has a lawsuit, lo alenu, against him, how many worries, how many thoughts he has. But over here, the judge is HaKadosh Baruch Hu. We like to say the judge is our father, so we don't worry so much, but it's still a judge, and the persecutor is not our friend. The Yetzer Hara, when he talks about us Lashon Hara on Rosh Hashanah, if you're going to listen to him, you would faint, the way he describes us. There is a mitzvah, and we do it tonight, to make Atarat Nedarim before Rosh Hashanah and before Yom Kippur. But this Atarat Nedarim, it doesn't come to nullify Nedarim that you did intentionally. The only power of this Atarat Nedarim, if you did something unintentionally, you forgot that you promised, you didn't remember, or you did something 3 times and it become like Chazakah. But if there is neder that you made and you know about it, the only way to break it, you have to come between 3 rabbis, and there is a whole procedure. But this Atarat Nedarim is just a cleaning thing, because you want to come to Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur when there is no tie, nothing been tied, and you are free and released. In the night of Rosh Hashanah, this year we have Rosh Hashanah and Shabbat, and there are all of minagim, if they in the prayers, if to say lechon eranena, not to say lechon eranena, if to and every community will go by its own minhag, because the main halacha in Rosh Hashanah is not to fight. It's a big halacha. That's the oraita. About which part to read or not to read, we can take care of this. The Gemara in Masechet Horayot brings that Am Yisrael have a very old custom in Rosh Hashanah to eat all kind of fruits and vegetables for good luck. And I'll tell you a few of the fruits and vegetables. There is the tmarim, which are the dates. There are the rimonim, which are the pomegranates. The Bukharian minhag is to leave the rimonim to the second day. But if somebody ate in the first day, he didn't make no avera whatsoever. An apple with honey, this is a new custom, but we are doing it. Rubia, which is the Bukharian use the black eye beans. Fasol. Lubia. Karti, which is the kapusta, the cabbage. Silka, which is the beets, I believe. And the dlat, which is in Russia, it's called tikva. Squash, pumpkins. There is a question where to say the brachot on them. The minhag of the Bukharim for many, many years was after the Kiddush, before the Netilat Yadayim, they used to make these brachot. In Eretz Israel, when the rabbis checked all the good and the halachically, they suggest that after the Kiddush you make Netilat Yadayim, and you will say one bracha on the dates, the bracha of Borei Pri Ha'etz, and you eat something, you say the Yehi Ratzon, then all the other thing on the table, you eat like this because they usually come with the food. And this is a minhag too, and follow which minhag that you want, because these two minhagim, especially that is happened on Shabbat, and Shabbat there is 100 brachot that you have to make, and there is now, if somebody, as I told you, there is the Yehi Ratzon and there is the bracha. So, say the bracha, eat something, then the Yehi Ratzon, and then finish this. But if you make it after the Amotzi, after you say Borei Pri Ha'etz, there is no brachot, just Yehi Ratzon, and you eat it. When you eat from the pomegranates, you say you are going to be, Hashem will make us a ear full of mitzvot, like a pomegranate. The pomegranate is a small fruit that has inside many seeds. So we say you would like to be like this, with a lot of mitzvot. About we dip the apple in the honey, we say Hashem should bring us Shana Tova U'Metuka, a happy, sweet new year. The Ruvia is come from the word from Arbe, and Lubia has come from. Basically, we go by the pronunciation of the fruit or the vegetable and the prayer. If you want good salary, you can eat celery. Yes. My kids, when they eat the tchina, they say, Hashem yishma et tchinatenu, which is, and you can make it on the table, you can make a lot of things to improve it.
You can eat raisins to get a raise.
You can eat tikva for a better hope. Tikva is hope in Hebrew. And you make from this the whole thing, which is just a matter of larbot, bebrachot, larbot, betfilot. There is a Bukharian minhag to eat the head of the sheep. Kalhoy gospan. This was the very old custom. But in America, we compromise on the head of the fish. Number one, the fish doesn't speak too much, which is a big plus for the next year, B'ezrat Hashem. Yeah, well, Baruch Hashem, your wife is Eshet Chayil. She'll tell you exactly if this fish is okay or not okay. You can see it. יש כאלה שלא רוצים לאכול. אומר אדיק, even put it on the table and say Yirason. You don't have to eat it, which is another way of doing it.
I'm sorry. Can a person live just on fruits and vegetables?
Of course. Now, because this year it's happened on Rosh Hashanah and Shabbat, so there is the mitzvah to eat the fishes because Shabbat and fish are like fish in the water. So there is in our ears even there is a Kabbalistic minhag not to eat grapes, black grapes. But if somebody wants to eat grapes, someone wants to eat raisins, he wants a raisin in his salary, halachically there is no problem. The only thing I want to remind you, the day of eating good food is Sukkot, Pesach, Shavuot. Rosh Hashanah is a holiday of much more serious intention. So we don't make avodah zarah from the food of, especially if the next day you have to wake up very early in the morning and there is a whole thing and the tkiyot shofar, and so Baruch Hashem. I wish you to have healthy food, not good food. It's much better, you know, because junk food is good food too, but it's still junk. There is a minhag not to sleep on Rosh Hashanah. This is one of the most frightening, no, in daytime, frightening minhagim. I grew up in Israel, in the Machala of the Bukharian, in Tel Aviv. And they used to be very strict about not to sleep on Rosh Hashanah. So they come from the synagogue at 1 o'clock, they eat. Now from 2 to 5, you have to 3 hours. So they go outside, they take sunflower seeds, and they sit down, and they start with all the Lashon Hara and Rechilut, and how many times you have to call the police to arbitrate all kind of neighbors that they have a whole year grudge inside of them. So my rabbi told us there is a mitzvah to sleep on Rosh Hashanah. Huh? I'm saying, if he's going to read Tehillim, and if he's going to read Gemara, and if he's going to do tshuva, it's wonderful. But to sit down and say Lashon Hara, how many houses he has, and what did he buy, and what is the real estate, and the this, and the election, and the synagogue, after noonday, which is today around 1:45, there is no problem to sleep. Halachically, we talk about the morning time. Usually in the morning time we are over here, so there is no really any problem with this. So the minhag of not to sleep in Rosh Hashanah, they say if he's going to sleep, the luck is going to sleep all day. But if his intention is that not to say Lashon Hara, it's good to sleep.
What if it's Shabbat Rosh Hashanah?
Huh?
To sleep on Shabbat, it's good to rest.
בסדר, you know. שנה בשבת תענוג, זה לא דאורייתא, it's a minhag, you know, so it's okay. So after noon time, you're allowed to go to sleep. Or if you want to, there is a minhag to read in Rosh Hashanah Tehillim. Tehillim is 150 chapters. Twice Tehillim, 300 is the word kaper, Hashem forgive us. So we split it, but if somebody wants to read Tehillim, it takes about 2 hours to read the Tehillim. So it's good. But if somebody is tired and he's going to be tonight, he has guests, and he wants to sleep 2-3 hours, there is no problem. The mitzvah of going to Tashlich. Usually we do it on the first day. It means this way it's going to be on Shabbat. So on Shabbat there is a problem of carrying the Sidurim all over. There was a minhag that many of our communities used to go to the lake on the Grand Central Parkway over there. And but in the last year now it's become a moda not to go over there because it was too much crowdy and too much politics. So we you can open any running water. Even if in front of the faucet, it should be good enough to say the minhag of the Tashlich. Many years ago, we used to go over there, and we saw another rabbi. He came back. He said, "Rabbi, don't go there. There's no place more for the sins. You can. It's full already." And if somebody didn't make the Tashlich on Saturday, he can do it on Sunday, and all Aseret Yemei Teshuvah, he can do it. There is a question about the women, if they have to go to Tashlich or not go to Tashlich. In our community, the women like to go to Tashlich, but they don't have to. It's the mitzvah on the husband, especially if they are married, let the husband get rid of all the sins. Huh? Very good. On Rosh Hashanah, this year we are going to have just one day of shofar because Shabbat, we don't blow the shofar on Shabbat. So we're going to blow the shofar just on Sunday, Be'ezrat Hashem. The mitzvah is on the man, but the Bukharian women take the mitzvah on themselves for many years. So many women, Baruch Hashem, they are very strict to come and to listen to the shofar. But I would like to make few advices. If they have small children, babies, if they are small children and come to read the shofar, I have no problem, it's a mitzvah. But if they are babies and when they come, they are crying, nobody can concentrate, and I think that it's better to bring somebody to their home. Somebody called my son and say on Rosh Hashanah, on Sunday, come to my house and make shofar to my wife. I just had a baby boy. And I think it's good. But from the Torah, it's a mitzvah that the women took on themselves. They don't have to. Why? Because every mitzvah that belongs to time, we give to a woman a break. So, the minhag of the Bukharian is that the women are listening to the voice of the shofar, and and there is no problem with this. Yes, now there is shofarot, Baruch Hashem, with a lot of design on them. Golden design, silver design, this design. The poskim don't like it so much. Because we don't want to change the voice. So now on Slichot there is no problem, but on Rosh Hashanah it has to be a plain horn like the shofar without I don't believe that Tzel Avraham Avinu there was a golden or silver coated thing. It was just a regular animal. Any questions about Rosh Hashanah?
In Israel, it's only 1 day.
No, 2 days. Israel is like us. On Rosh Hashanah, we are the same. This year, all the holidays is Shabbat, Rishon, Saturday, and Sunday, so it's like we're going to have 3 wonderful weekends, B'ezrat Hashem. Spiritual weekend. It's Baruch Hashem. No, when we say on the Kiddush, Shechianu, פותר את הכל. Yes. About Shalom Aleichem, we have to say, Eshet Chayil of them. To ask for peace all the time, especially in Rosh Hashanah. Yes. Yes, Mark.
Why do we go to the river to throw? What do we throw? What is the purpose of that?
In the Tashlich, he said. כתוב, the Navi say, ניאל כמוך, נושא עוון, ועובר על פשע, לשארית נחלתו. And then he says, ותשליך במצולות ים כל חטאותם. So it is symbolic, Kabbalistic minhag that the prophet promised us that we have the ability to get rid of by throwing to Limtzulot Yam, to the water. It doesn't have to be a river, any running water, even the faucet in your house is enough. But it's a Kabbalistic thing, and by doing it, we mechaven that through the running water, Hashem will clean all the averot from us.
So the averot, you have to be mechaven for each specific avera, which is general.
General. You have to wait many weeks for all the list. You make it like a general.
So what is the result? is the result now of going there and throwing something, supposedly, is that you no longer have that avera? Is that the result?
I believe it's a power. It's the power of purifying. The water has the ability to purify, to take somebody from a tameh motion to tahor motion, a mode. So this motion through water is the one of the main elements in Judaism for purification. So running water is a kind of purification, but it's very symbolic. It's a Kabbalistic thing, and it doesn't apply to Rosh Hashanah. It applies to Aseret Yemei Teshuvah. Rosh Hashanah is the day of judgment, but it's a part of Aseret Yemei Teshuvah. So if somebody didn't make it on Shabbat, you can make it on Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, until Friday, until Leil Kippur.
Can you do it during the year as well, or is just...
No, during we can do it, but during this day is the power, is the time. This is the time.
Running water?
Running water.
Bread? All?
Bread? No bread. No, we don't throw nothing. There is always a thing of bread and crumbs. Nothing to do with. This is Shabbat Shira. We put to the birds outside the house before Shabbat, but nothing to do with kaparot. With the most important thing at this moment, we have to, beside of preparing for Rosh Hashanah, is to start to walk ben adam lechavero. Sometimes husband and wife during the year, they are not nice to each other. Sometimes a child to his parents, sometimes friends in the synagogue. And everything is just to come and to really ask for forgiveness. You don't have to wait until Yom Kippur, until the last minute. And to really to prepare yourself to try to become a better person, which is a very big mitzvah too. So, the beauty of Rosh Hashanah is the halakha that you have to wear your best clothing. Why? Because you won the case already. But when you dress nicely on Rosh Hashanah, it means that it has to be a spiritual and physical dressing. Really to try to become a better person. ובעזרת השם, שכולנו ניכתב בספר חיים טובים, בשורות טובות, וכן יהי רצון ונאמר אמן.